We started a poll earlier today about tonight's big-time Thursday night football matchup. It's Magic versus Mania. Woo! Ryan Fitzmagic takes on Gardner Minshew for the first time. Big night down in Duval County, Shad Khan's pool paradise. Dolphins travel to Jacksonville. Thursday night football. Your poll, Zito, was?
It was Fitzmagic versus Minshew Mania today. Who you got? Fitzmagic is down 25.3%. Minshew Mania is up all the way 74.7%.
So the way you said that, not 100% accurate.
What do you mean?
He's down like 50% at this point, actually. He's not down 25.
Oh, I was just saying the actual number.
Yeah, but the way you
emphasized?
Yeah, that's okay.
He's down 25 from 50.
Minshew Mania is at 74.7%. Everybody on the internet, after 15,000 votes roughly, is saying that Minshew Mania wins tonight. Is that because the Jacksonville Jaguars have surprised everybody? Is that because of what they did to the Indianapolis Colts the first game and then fighting against the Titans in the second game? They lost their kicker. That's a big deal. It's a short week. Will that help them or will that hurt them? Ryan Fitzpatrick is made for these types of moments on primetime TV on a short week. This office seems to be trending towards the Magic over the Mania, but boy, I don't want to have to come in here tomorrow and be like, well, damn it, we thought Minshew was the next Ryan Fitzmagic. This was the handing of the baton, the passing of the torch for the career, for the guy who has never been set up to succeed, but somehow succeeds every once in a while throughout his entire career. Gardner Minshew is potentially the next Ryan Fitzmagic, and we've never seen a Ryan Fitzmagic before. He's played on like 18 different teams, all in the same exact role. Our team isn't great, but we're not terrible. We're trying to rebuild and find something else, but we'll plug your ass in here for a couple of years. You'll get some wins, you'll get some losses, and then you'll move along, being an incredibly good guy. Gardner Minshew is probably going to be that guy next, and tonight they battle. There's a same game parlay at FanDuel for Ryan Fitzmagic to pass for 271 yards. Mike Gesicki to score a tutter, and the Dolphins to cover plus 5.5.
I like that.
Max bet $50, and the odds on that is plus 620. I'm going to go ahead and hammer the shit out of that one. Plus 5.5 is obviously 2.5 more than what the game is at right now, but it feels like our office is starting to lean towards the Magic over the Mania, which is wild because Magic's magic, but Mania is an unstoppable force.
Yeah. Well, there's just a chance we find out tonight that the Jaguars are who we thought they were, and water finds its level.
And there's a chance that we find out tonight that the Jags are not who we thought they were, just like what they did. And I'm struggling with this Dolphins pick strictly because I watched every single snap of that Colts Jaguars game, every single one. I saw Phillip Rivers throw an interception to Joe Dirt. I saw them just make Gardner Minshew look like he's potentially the next Russell Wilson, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. I watched that happen with an Indianapolis Colts defense that somehow after 2 weeks is now the number one overall rated defense in the NFL. Gardner Minshew sliced and diced. And that defense gave Phillip Rivers fits, and that's just 2 weeks ago. Then they battle against the Tennessee Titans. This team makes no sense. You know nobody on the team. Miles Jack, how you doing? Keep it moving. Gardner Minshew, how you doing? Keep it moving. There is 51 other guys on that team that nobody has a clue who they are. And somehow Doug Marrone, who once quit his head coaching gig at Buffalo in lieu of greener pastures somewhere else, he thought. He has a team now buying in potentially. And maybe they aren't who we thought they were. But is that enough to beat Fitzmagic on this night? On this night? I'm just not sure.
Fitzmagic is Fitzmagic because he is doubted. And he is, the underdog in these type of primetime games. And if we know anything about Fitzmagic, the magic only grows stronger with age. So Minshew, even if he is the second coming, he still has a couple years, a couple teams to become anybody that could carry the torch from the Ryan Fitzmagic.
You're saying it's like a wine.
Yeah.
Whenever you're that type of quarterback, you only age like fine wine. You get smarter and smarter. You get better and better. I think they're both very intelligent quarterbacks who have the same maybe views on life. They're jousting verbally a little bit here pregame about the mustache and the beard, what's better, what's not better. But is the age and the wisdom a determining factor on whether or not the Dolphins will win +3 against the Jacksonville Jaguars? I guess that's what we're all wondering around here.
There's just too many people. I mean, 75% almost. Like, listen, I understand.
90. Well, hold on. Not only that, 90% of the money is being bet on the Jaguars tonight. Hey, a very wise gambler once said, When the world zigs, I zag.
That's right. That's
One of
right.
And
the
he
best
hammered
gamblers
the
we've
Jets
ever
last
seen.
week.
Billy Walters Jr.
And tonight's the night where Magic meets Mania, AJ. Magic, Fitzmagic takes on Minshew Mania. Two of the exact same people, we think. One from the future, one from the old days. Who will win tonight? What is your thoughts on the game? And are you taking Magic or Mania? Jaguars at home or Dolphins +3 on the road? This feels like a game that Ryan Fitzmagic just absolutely dominates. But since I said that, and I think Minshew is damn near the same person, it also feels like a potential game where Minshew could go dongs out on everybody.
Well, first off, this is just the perfect Thursday night game. Dolphins, Jags. Like, you feel like every Thursday night game is some form of this kind of game. It's just
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Whoa,
What does that mean?
whoa.
type of teams that play on Thursday nights.
Browns Bengals was
Titans
great.
used to get a lot of play on Thursday night. They don't as much anymore. They've gotten a little better. But yeah, this is what it is.
Gotten better.
Dolphins-
Oh,
You're
saying
saying these
shitty
teams are
teams.
shit. Is that what you just said? This is
Not at all. That's not at all what I'm saying.
That
I'm saying it feels
is-
like a Thursday night game. There are professional athletes playing at the highest level. I'm not saying anything bad about these teams.
Well, the funny thing that you just said there is that they stink, but we're not in this, okay? If they both stink, then we got a good game going on. We don't need you pointing out all the negatives, but I do believe the teams that play on there and how good the game and the quality of games all revolves around when the television network deal is being negotiated or up or when somebody pays somebody. So, with that being said, I will go back to my question for you. Do you have Magic or Mania tonight? This does not feel like a game that Fitzmagic potentially runs wild on you, brother, which would be Mania, which is what Minshew is. So it's a wild time. I don't know what to do. I'm kind of conflicted, to be honest with you.
I am. It's a fun matchup between these two quarterbacks, but tonight I am all in on Fitzmagic. They're underdogs. I feel like they're going to have a chip on their shoulder. Last week, their secondary kind of got exposed against the Buffalo Bills. You had free runners in the back end, which you never want to see. So I think maybe the Dolphins will realize, okay, we don't really like those one-on-one matchups as much. Maybe we mix in a little bit of zone. Maybe we try to pressure the quarterback a little bit and get Gardner kind of off the spot.
See, you just gave us real reasons on why we're right. Because whenever we got into the show, 90% of the money bet was on the Jacksonville Jaguars -3. 90%. And for some reason, our entire office this morning was like, this feels like a magical night tonight. This feels like it. And for whatever reason, we're kind of probably talking ourselves into it, just believing in the Fitzmagic, him bringing his entire family to Topgolf for the Super Bowl golf outing brought to you by Wrangler at the time when Tim Tebow stole the show, by Ty screaming Jesus and him saying, loves you, perfectly timed, and Ryan Fitzpatrick was a legend, and we were kind of leaning that way. But now that you're like, well, they'll probably drop in a little bit more zone, which will make their defense a little bit better. And maybe they'll give Minshew a little bit of a trouble, who's looked pretty damn good here early. That type of stuff makes this show better and makes the entire mood in our pockets feel a lot better on this side, AJ. So we appreciate that.
Yeah. Also, have you heard of their little tight end named Mike Gesicki? He was an absolute stud. And by little, I mean he is a big monster that had a huge game last week. Like, I think he will have a big night as well.
There's a same-game parlay at FanDuel right now. Ryan Fitzpatrick to pass for 271, Gesicki to score a touchdown, and the Dolphins to cover +5.5, which is 2.5 more than what the spread is right now. Max bet 50 for +620. AJ feels like that's giving away money. Hey, so do we over here. Tonight, there's a big matchup. It is the Magic versus the Mania. Woo! It is the Fitzmagic, and it is the man who potentially is going to have the same exact career path as Ryan Fitzpatrick in Gardner Minshew Mania. You've got a chance. Oh, you don't think so?
I don't know. I wouldn't say. I don't like that comparison.
Whoa!
I don't want to give him that career path. I mean, I think he's a solid young quarterback, man. I mean, Fitzpatrick had a good career. Obviously, bounced around a lot, and I feel like it always got to some point where Fitzmagic came out and he made believers out of the front office, made believers out of his teammate, got paid again somehow, gets a start. But I don't want to put that. I don't want to put that on Minshew yet.
Oh, well, it seems like he is in the exact same position that Fitzpatrick has been in a lot of times, where the team isn't really trying to win. It feels like he's just a stopgap quarterback. And Gardner Minshew has been able to win some games here with this team, just like Fitzpatrick has been able to do in the past. But tonight, we're not here to talk about our thoughts. We're not here to talk about AJ's thoughts. We're here to talk about your thoughts on who will pass over and under a certain amount of yards so we can lock that thing up, because your big brain has studied the film.
Let's go. We're going to go with Minshew, man. Minshew Mania.
Over?
Remember the over. Over. He's going over. He's going over, man. They're doing a good job on offense. making defenses stay balanced, respecting the run. They've been running the ball well, but the Dolphins are last in the league defending the pass. Byron Jones is out, so you'll have a rookie stepping up, taking a lot more snaps in his place. And Minshew, I mean, those guys could be 2-0 right now. You know, they went toe-to-toe with a tough Tennessee team in the defense last week. And he's making the right throw. I think he was like 10 for 14 on third down. That's something you always look at as a quarterback as far as how to keep moving it. So I'm going with them, man. Their kicker's out, too, so they may go for it on more fourth down. So, you know, we got some more four-down territory plays in action. So, I'm looking forward to it.
So, just so everybody is listening, he picked Minshew over 264.5 yards on tonight's game. You can currently get that at -110. Normally, when you're saying that type of thing, you also believe that they're going to win the game then, too, huh?
I do. I do have some concerns, though.
No.
Chalk is out. He's been ruled out, I believe. Lambeau's also out, their kicker. We all know how important kickers are. So you have a rookie kicker in there for them on prime time, and we know how the kicking game has been so far. So I'm picking the Jags. I'm still going with them.